Hi everyone, welcome to episode 6 of the Irish road trip for this year. Another fantastic time actually. We got to see some cool caves in Doolin, some fantastic cliffs in Moher, and also we visited Dingle for some cool pub action as well. So I hope you enjoy the video. As always, if you can like and subscribe, that would be awesome. Hi everyone, so we are still in Galway. We've had a couple of nights here. Lovely day yesterday, just having a wander around. Brilliant little town. We'll definitely come back here. Already I think we're formulating a plan to come back to Ireland for longer next time, because it's going to feel a little bit like a rush now getting around the rest of it in the next two weeks or so. But yeah, beautiful, can't fault it. Perfect city park up. So yeah, well done Galway. So we just stopped off here. We're across the bay now from Galway in the distance there, on a piece of ground known as the Flaggy shore. So we're just going to stop here, have a little wander with chilli while the sun's out. So just pulled in to have a quick look at this place. It's a ruined 13th century monastery, Kilkee Monastery. Yeah, so interesting to have a little wander around there. So the story goes, because it's famed for some of its like ornate carvings and stuff, the king that had it built then executed the 5 masons that worked on it, so they were not able to work on another rival's church. So just driven through the Burren, which is a really sort of weird landscape. We didn't get any video of it actually. We'll get some on the way back. Might even chuck the drone up because it's such an unusual sort of place. But we're coming to see a old tomb now. So we're going to look at the Pulnabrone Dolmen, which is a portal tomb and is about 6,000 years old. So apparently when it was excavated in the 80s, over 33 people's bodies were found in the tomb, or remains of 33 people, including men, women and children. So just up the road from the Dolmen, literally about 3 minutes drive, is this, which is Carrigafoyle ringfort. So just gonna have a quick look around here. €6 to get in, not bad at all. The money you pay to get in, you do get this little booklet, which is a self-guided tour plus information about what's been found here. For your €6, that goes towards the upkeep of the archaeology here. So, got to be money well spent, I think. So stunning stop tonight, well found by Steph on park for a night, I think. This is in between Fenit and Doolin, and it is crumbling overlooking Galway Bay. So Galway itself is over there, the Aran Islands are over there. So it's a bit grey in Ireland today, so we're off caving.
That's gonna happen.
So that was a really cool visit to Doolin cave. We're both like suffering a bit now because it was about 200 steps up and down to get to where the caves were. But it did remind us of a couple of things. First of all, caves are cool, stalactites even cooler. The third thing though is that people who go caving are completely insane. So we actually stayed in a campsite in Doolin for the last couple of nights, and the reason for that was we were going to do one night there. We had to get rid of rubbish. This is probably for the last 2 campsite visits we've had to stop just to get rid of bin bags. So it was a gorgeous day in Ireland yesterday. A bit less nice today. We're at the cliffs of Moher, which I think is how you spell it, and we're on the way south from Doolin where we stayed last night. A stunning view. So we've come about an hour from the caves of Moher down to a town called Kilkee, and actually it's quite difficult to find parking along the seafront here in County Clare. Spanish Point, which is just down the road, looked absolutely beautiful. We just couldn't get in there with barriers. All the car parks are like no overnight parking, but we have found one at the end of the road. It looks like it's for buses or something. There's like about 4 or 5 campers parked there, so we're going to stay there tonight, I think. It's quite nice, close to town. You've got this beach right here, which is beautiful. Some spectacular Atlantic wave action. And possibly a pint of Guinness, we'll have to see. So just in case you were under the impression that Vanlife is all about exciting things, we're once again in a forecourt of a supermarket waiting for our laundry to do. So we did have a lovely evening in the town centre car park we were in last night in Kilkee. Went in, had a couple of beers, lovely takeaway from there as well, and it's kind of the perfect situation having somewhere that close into town where you can sort of go in and use the amenities really. There was about 6 or 7 vans there altogether last night, I think. It was Saturday night, it is Easter weekend, so there was a bit of noise, but no trouble or anything like that to worry about. So while waiting for our laundry to finish, we take a look at our options. Now we could either drive along the Shannon estuary into Limerick and then back around the other side of the estuary, or the Shannon ferry at €27 runs from Kilkee to Tarbert. We decided to take that option and save ourselves about 2.5 hours. So yeah, save ourselves a couple of hours. Cross the Shannon in this ferry. Not the nicest day for it, to be honest. It's just been tipping down. We're taking on a bit of water as well, which is yeah. So yeah, just leaving the beautiful County Clare, and it was beautiful, really pretty place. Heading into Kerry, and a lot of the Irish people we've seen have been to Kerry and Derry, and we're like, no, not yet, and they're like, oh, it's pretty down there. I'm like, what prettier than this? So after what's been fairly changeable weather day today, after getting our boring chores done and getting our washing and our shopping and stuff, we've just crossed over from the County Clare into County Kerry on the ferry. I'm a poet, didn't know it. But we're at Carrigafoyle Castle tonight, which is another discovery point on the Wild Atlantic Way. It's really cool tower house castle. Now there's absolutely tons of these in Ireland. You can hardly go around a bend, it seems like, on the Wild Atlantic Way without seeing one. Yeah, but what a cool thing to be next to the Shannon River here, with this cool ruin beside us, and be able to stay the night. Thanks very much, County Kerry.
So just come out for a little bit of a walk near our park up tonight to Carrigafoyle Castle, which you can see in the background there. The water's just come in, it's going back out again now, but out of the van windows all you could see was water, so it kind of felt like we were on a boat. But there's a little island just across from us, and it's attached by this little bridge, so I'm just gonna have a little wander across with Chili. So I'm on the bridge now, and to be honest, earlier I could see the waves up against the side of it, and I'll tell you something, there isn't much clearance at all when the water's at high tide and the top of this bridge, and you can see like part of it's flooded already.
It was a lovely night next to Carrigafoyle Castle. It was really weird actually, because you've got this little sort of estuary. It was built on the Shannon estuary. There's a little island over there, but as the tide came in, it just got higher and higher and higher, and all of a sudden all this sort of grass and sort of marshland around us, yeah, just sort of slipped under the waves, which was quite interesting. So at one point I was wondering if the car park was going to get flooded, but thankfully not.
So we just found our park up for tonight, next to Fenit beach. So we're just kind of over the dunes behind me. And then there's this really nice beach. And then over in the distance I can see the Cork and Kerry mountains, which we will be heading into very shortly.
So, in today's news, weather's been a bit weird. It was like glorious at 5 o'clock this morning, tipping down at noon, misty and miserable, and now it's sunny again. We've just driven across the Dingle Peninsula into the town of Dingle. We were going to go through a mountain pass, but luckily just before we got on it, we noticed that you couldn't take vehicles this size on there, otherwise that could have been entertaining. Made it for a good episode anyway. So even more unlikely than me going 4 weeks without visiting an Irish pub is Steph has gone all this time, we're about 6 weeks in now, not had an ice cream. So She's working on it. Dave and Steph's accompanied me here, and this is another one of the top 20 pubs in Ireland apparently, and this is Dick Max in Dingle, and it is like really cool. Like, character doesn't even begin to describe it. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed episode 6. We will be back next week with episode 7 with some more fantastic sights from the island.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
See you soon.